Hey, hi all. Good morning. Welcome to this SQL training course. And you all know this is a weekend course. It will be like Saturday and Sunday. Timing will be morning 8 to 10 a.m. IST, 2 hours daily. The course duration will be approx 10 weeks. It can be 9 weeks. It can be 10 weeks, plus minus one or two. And these are the topics. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I will request those not speaking to please go on mute. Thank you. And these are the topics we cover during the course, especially data engineers, data analyst, business analyst, ETL tester, data scientist. So these are all topics. They are our target audience. Except PL SQL concepts like functions, procedures, triggers, cursors. We cover all the concepts of SQL. And this is more than enough to crack an interview related to data engineering, data analyst, business analyst, SQL developer, ETL tester, job profile. Okay, coming to me, I I have around 12 years of experience in IT industry, working in this data related job profile only. SQL, Python, Unix are my key skill sets. So that's all at very high level. I have given you introduction about myself and about my teaching principle. This class is totally live, and we don't have any PPT. Means net we don't teach much theoretical concept. It is practical, hands-on oriented. So how we teach is on a daily basis. We'll be teaching you some topics. Suppose if today I have taught you where group by and order by, maybe okay. I'm just giving an example. So we'll share assignment based on this. So assignment will be something like this. You can see. So format of assignment. On an average, we share 10 assignment questions on a daily basis. Sometime 10 question, 12 question, 15 questions, 8 questions. On an average, we'll be sharing 10 assignment questions on a daily basis. You have to work on that. And the next class, we discuss the assignment questions. We strongly recommend our participants to work on the assignments because you all know SQL is all about hands-on. Okay. So after the class, we share recording, classroom notes, workbook. Workbook means you can see like for different batches, we have different workbook, what all I'm teaching. So this examples on all these things we'll be sharing with you on a daily basis after class is over. It takes around 3 to 4 hours for us to share this recordings, workbook, assignments, and notes to you. And the next class, we start the class with the assignment discussion. So this is the format how we teach, and the class is totally interactive. It's a live class over Zoom. You are free to ask questions, and even if you're getting stuck after class, you can connect with us. You can share the screenshot of the question where you're getting stuck, or you can call us. Once the batch is over, even then we provide support. We have a separate alumni group where only our Technistic admin students are there. We share questions there, and if we find some useful content or any other explanation, we schedule ad hoc sessions and we provide you support and all those things. So this is all about my teaching style and principle what we follow. Now coming to the software, so you know like we teach ANSI SQL. ANSI SQL means the one which is a standard SQL, and it is followed on all the common databases. You have common databases like Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Netezza, Teradata, Postgres, and all the systems. So on all these things, they are like a different vendors. Generally, those who are very new to SQL, they will ask this question to me that then we will teach on which database, which platform. So during my class, I teach on Oracle mostly, Oracle and the SQL Server platform. Okay, but you guys are free. You can practice anywhere because once you will understand, suppose you understood how where keyword works, how it works, then this you can replicate same on any database. So you are free. You can practice on any database. post creation, it is Telerata, whatever you want, you can practice. Hardly 0.5 to 1% syntax variation will be there. That will guide you. But don't confuse yourself that Tanvir is teaching on Oracle. In my project, we are working on Postgres, so it is different. No, it is not different. It is same. Like suppose we studied Pythagoras theorem in our primary school, right? So whether you study Pythagoras theorem from one particular author or from other author, the formula will be same, correct? It is exactly like that only. And we teach from engine perspective that how each and every keyword is working and how it is getting executed. So at a high level, this is all about my course, how I teach. So do you have any question, anyone?
No, sir.
Any question before we proceed?
No, sir.
No questions? Yeah, hi, good morning.
Can you please share the URL of the Oracle live execution, because I have seen just you have tried live.
Yeah, sure. I will show you that.
Yeah.
A few of you has sure. A few of you has raised concern, not a concern, but that's a valid scenario that few of you don't have your personal laptop. You're working on the official laptop. And guys, please don't message. If you have any question, you please ask me directly. Okay, because I get debated from the messages. So you please ask the question directly. Okay, don't worry. So yes, have we practiced on that live platform? You see, if you will go in this, just Google type Oracle Live SQL, you will get this platform. This is a live platform. You don't have to download it, okay? Because few of you are working in your official laptop, so you know, like in your official laptop, you cannot download any software. We all know that. So in that case, this is a live platform of Oracle. I will tell you how to log into this. Okay, so you can practice this. So many times you are in office and you're free, so you can log into this and you can practice this as well. So there will not be a problem. But if you want to install this in your computer, then you can install this Microsoft SQL Server. You can install MySQL. You can install Postgres. We will tell you how to do all this installation. But we recommend to practice on this platform. This is a live platform. You can practice on this. Even no specific configuration is required for this. Even if you have very simple configuration laptop, this will work there. I will tell you how to log into this now, the system. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question, anyone? Okay. And this course will start from scratch. We assume that our participants, they don't know anything about SQL, so we will start from scratch. Okay. And one thing, sorry, I have a bad throat. So one thing, very common question, why SQL? See, today IT industry is moving on data related job profile. Most of the projects in IT industry is related to data. So that is why earlier during 2010 or 11, maybe those of you have attended my LinkedIn session. So I have mentioned the same thing there, that the IT industry, the framework, it keeps on changing. I remember like during 2011, it was the era of Java, .NET. Everyone wants to learn Java, .NET and all the system. Then in 2015 onwards, when there was a boom of social media sites, so a lot of social media platforms, they are generating huge volume of data. We all know that WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, your e-commerce sites, they are generating huge volume of data, and you should be able to handle those data. You should know how to process the data, how to manipulate those data, how to fetch useful insights from those data. That is why currently the IT industry is working or moving towards data related job profile, especially data engineers, data analysts are in huge demand. And for data engineers, data analysts, or business analyst, for all this job profile, let me note it down here. Data related job profile. data engineer. Then you have data analyst. Then you have SQL or ETL developer. You have business analyst. Then you have BI, business intelligence, or maybe you can tell like a Power BI developer, Tableau developer, anyone. And then your ETL testers or database testers. These all job profiles are related to data. They all work on data. Okay. Now net story is, I don't want to give you that very big picture. Net story is, if you want to work in any of this job profile, SQL is a bread and butter. Maybe you all know this. SQL is a bread and butter. If you will go in interview, so they will ask you that how strong you are in SQL. So 50% weightage in all these job profiles will be from SQL. Okay. If you are able to crack this, almost your interview is done. Almost, I'm telling, I'm not telling this again is a one-man army. No. If you're going for data engineer, apart from SQL, you should know about the pipelines. You should know about PySpark and many other modules, HDFS and all this stuff. If you're going for data analysts, apart from SQL, you should know the reporting tool. You should know Excel. You should know the basics of Python. If you're going for business analyst, you should know SQL, basics of Excel and the business domain. Similarly, apart from SQL, other skill sets are also required, but SQL will be a game changer. It's like a showstopper. And during the course, we will tell you, many of you have asked me a question that Tanvir, I'm from non-technical background. I have worked for 4 years in non-technical background, or I have worked as a support specialist. I have worked as an operation specialist. So if I will move to this job profile, all the 4 years of experience will be vested. No, it will not be vested. So all the keywords which I have shown you, these all keywords, we will teach you all these things from the real-time project perspective. That in the project where you have to use this, where it will be used. So in the interview, the interviewer is asking if the question from this keywords or any other thing. So you have to answer in such a way that it should reflect that you have worked in a data-related project, job profile. Okay, and that will guide you at how you have to answer those questions. And that is why each and every keywords, when we will teach this, we will add the flavor of project. That in project where it is used, in project in which module you should not use this particular keyword, and what is the performance aspect of it, how it enhances the performance, how it is not good from performance perspective. So if you will understand all those things, so your non-technical experience will be counted as a technical, but you have to answer question in interview in that manner that you should be able to convince your interviewer that yes, this guy has worked in a data related job profile or project. This all has happened. So those who are in my alumni group, they all know this, that many folks who are from non-technical, they're bagging very good offers based on the SQL expertise. Okay. So do you have any other question, anyone, before I proceed further? No question. Hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay. So now, one last question I want to ask from you. What are your expectations? I know we have approx 50 participants. It is not possible to get the feedback from everyone, but I want few of you, 2-3 participants, to tell your expectation from this course quickly.
Basic understanding of the SQL means when and where and how we are going to use, what kind of the SQL we need to write.
Basic understanding of SQL. Right, complex queries, maybe you are telling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any other volunteer who wants to share your expectation from this course?
So basically, Tanvir, what my expectation is to gain understanding of how engine works like in plain English, we are writing select star from a particular table. We are doing group by, order by, but exactly most of the times we read. I mean, I read on LinkedIn that interviewer asks what is the which statements get executed. I mean, the order of execution, the inner working, and I saw the curriculum which you shared. So the part where joins and other advanced concepts are there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, got it. So net, you want to understand like how internally the SQL engine is executing your query, right? And
Correct.
the order of execution, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So if you see this workbooks, in this workbook is for
Can
different
I
batches.
add one more?
Yeah, sure. Please tell me.
Yeah. So while interviewing, what kind of the questions and answer will be there? How can we face that interview things?
Yeah, that maybe let me write this interview questions. And one more thing, maybe I have not explained that. During the course, we'll be getting this set of questions. 1 minute, let me show this to you. This is the conceptual questions. I have posted it on my LinkedIn page as well long back. We have approx 36 conceptual questions. Okay, this will help you a lot. These all are conceptual. That's why a particular keyword fails here. It works their performance aspects and many other things. During the course, we'll be discussing this as well. Okay. Any other expectations? Anyone who wants to share?
Do you have live databases?
Yeah, I have covered that we will be working on this Oracle Live SQL. And here how I teach is I have this set of questions. Let me show you. I have this set of questions. Okay, so we'll be practicing all these questions on the live database. This is totally practical hands-on session. So each and every keyword will be teaching you from this examples. Is that your question you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. Any other question? This is totally live session. I mentioned in the beginning itself that I don't have any PPT. We don't share any notes.
Posted,
Sorry.
someone has posted in the group chat saying optimization techniques like indexing and all. Are we going to cover?
No, index we don't cover. Optimization we will cover. The query performance and query optimization that we will cover, and that's a continuous continuous process. In each and every keyword, we will tell you that what is the performance impact of that. That's performance optimization is a continuous process here. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other expectations from this course? Okay, fine then. I think we should just start now. Okay, so I will start now. Today is January. Okay, before I proceed further, and feel free to share your thought, ask questions, make the session interactive. We have all the freedom to ask questions. So anyone, can you tell me why we are learning SQL? Whatever is there in your mind, don't worry. Why we are learning SQL? What is the benefit of it? It means how the companies are getting benefited from SQL. Why SQL is in huge demand these days in IT industry? Any idea?
To
Anyone
organize
wants to share
the
thought?
to organize the data that companies generating regularly from maybe whatever the kind of business that they are doing. So sometimes, most of the times, basically they use Excel, but there may be some limitations where Excel cannot help in organizing the data properly. That is where SQL can be more helpful. Like suppose if some company is running some kind of campaign where the users have to put in their first name, last name, maybe some other information. So in case of SQL, if we put some kind of limitation that first name should not be empty, or maybe some other information which is crucial for the campaign, if we don't want that empty, then we can apply that kind of criteria on SQL to get a proper data into that database.
Yeah, almost correct. So see, I will give you a very simple example. Like I'm taking SQL classes. I have three batches. One is a daily batch, then weekend batch, weekend evening batch. Then we have Python, Power BI, and all this stuff. So net, if I want to understand that how we are growing, or how much profit we are earning. So what we have to do, we have to first of all load the data. Data means in the weekend batch, how many students I have. Suppose if I have 50 students, so in that 50 students, how many of them are from technical background? What is their years of experience? And all those informations I will collect, right? And I will store it somewhere. And then net I can derive it that from the previous batch to the current batch, what is the increase in the number of participants, whether it has increased or whether it has decreased. If it has decreased, what is the reason? If it has increased, what is the reason? How many participants I'm getting from that, from someone who has referred? Okay, like a repeat business, right? So for any business, it is very important for them to understand all this stuff, right? How their business is performing. Maybe in your companies, you also have heard about your town halls, right? Many times your CEO, they'll be conducting the town hall and they will give you a health check of your company, like what's the profit, whether it has increased by how much percentage quarter over quarter, or whether it has decreased, in which vertical the business has made how much profit, and all this stuff, right? So how they are generating all those numbers, right? They're generating those numbers from SQL only. They're storing all those data in a database, and through SQL query, you have millions of data. Take the example of YouTube. I think you all can imagine the data which is getting loaded, uploaded, or downloaded from YouTube or Facebook. So they all have to understand it. If I will take the example of YouTube, suppose if you're interested in religious videos, so you will see that YouTube will give you the recommendation of religious videos only, right? If you're interested in politics video, they will give you the suggestions of political videos only, right? So how internally it is working, because you have a recommendation engine which checks, analyzes your what I can say, your history, your search history, your browsing history, and based on that, they give you a recommendation. You might have not seen that if you are interested in religious videos, and the YouTube will give you recommendation for sports. No. So how it all works? It all works based on the data. Your artificial intelligence, your machine learning, everything works on top of good quality of data. So net story is, in order to understand your business, any business, whether it is automobile, manufacturing, food and beverages, pharmaceutical, any business, if they have to understand how the business is growing, they should know how to fetch the useful data from the business. That is the crux of the story, guys. Okay, that why we need SQL, because SQL has the ability, and it is ruling the data industry for almost last 40 to 45 years. Okay, it has the capability that it can store the data, it can process it, and whatever information you want, if you're strong in SQL, and if you write a query quickly within second, it will give you the data to you. Same thing you can do in Excel, but it has a lot of limitations. Like it cannot store more than 1 million records, but your database, you can store 20, 30, 40, 50 million records, right? So that is why we will go for SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. I will tell you why the name is Structured Query Language. Okay. Okay, before this, suppose a very simple example I will tell you. Suppose I have an employee table. Okay, I will tell you what is table and all this stuff. ID, name, department, salary. Suppose ID is 1, 2, 3, 4. name is Mohan, Rajesh, Suresh, Abdul. Okay. Please go on mute, everyone. Thank you. Department is tech. This is sales. This is research. This is HR. Salary is 200. This is 100. 300. This is a very simple example I'm showing you. Okay. So this is how we used to save data in our database. Okay. Now here, this is the name of the table is EMP. Employee is the name of the table. Guys, please go on mute. This is again the professional etiquette. Sahana, I will request you to please go on mute and please don't do drawing on the board, else we have to remove you. I'm very sorry. Disturbing everyone. Drawings. Okay. Okay. So what was that? Okay. So this is a table. The name of the table is employee. Okay. So table is something where you can store data. Like we have our house now. In house is something where we can stay, we can leave. Similarly, in database, table is something where you can store data. Name of a table can be anything. There are few limitations, there are few restrictions that I will tell you down the line. So here I've created a table and this table name is employee EMP. His ID, name, department, salary are the columns of this table. Okay, like here I have 4 columns: ID, name, department, and salary in this table. And these are the records like ID1, name Mohan, department, tech, salary 20. This is first record. This is second record. This is third record. This is fourth record. So in this table, if I will ask you how many columns we have, how many columns we have in this table? Here we have 4 columns in this table. Now in a table, you can create a table with n number of columns. There are sorry, there are no restriction on the number of columns in a table. You can create a table with 2 columns, that is also allowed. You can create a table with 100 columns, that is also allowed. I will show you how to create table, how to add columns and all this stuff. Okay, there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. But as a best practice, please go on mute, everyone. As a best practice, it is recommended or suggested to keep less number of columns in a table, because there is a concept of normalization and all those things. Okay, that impacts the performance. So it is suggested, it is recommended. You see, suggestion is one thing and rule is one thing. See, rule is you have to wear helmet. That is a rule. If you're not wearing helmet, maybe the traffic police, they will issue a challan. But you should wear a good quality helmet. That is a suggestion. But you should wear helmet. That is a rule. So in SQL, we will tell you down the line, see, there are a few suggestions, there are a few rules. So the rules, you have to be very alert, because if you will break the rule, the SQL engine will throw error message. That will tell you down the line what all rules are there. Okay, and why we have to join the course and all this. Mallika Arjun is asking, we'll get a lot of resources over internet about SQL from basic to advanced. Why we have to join the course? You are correct. A lot of resources are there where you can learn SQL from basic to advanced. But yes, that is your call. You have to decide why you should join. If you will ask from me, I will tell that I used to teach from the engine perspective, each and every detailed thing. If you think that you can get an answer to these questions, whatever I have shown here, where is that? These questions, answers, if you know, then for sure you should not join this course. If you know the answers for all these questions, no need for anyone, not only Mallika Arjun, I'm telling, no need to join the course. Or if you think that you can get the answer to this on any platform, then of course there's no need to join the course. You are correct. I agree with that. Okay, good question. Okay, coming back to our this yeah. So here we had. I'm asking what is extra benefits in order to joining the course. Mallikarjun, extra benefit is no, I'm not taking it wrong. Yeah, that is fine. I agree, because you are free. You should ask those questions. That is valid. So extra benefit actually, Mallikarjun, I have mentioned in the beginning. The extra benefit is like we will be sharing assignments, the recordings, and assignments, recordings, the classroom notes, whatever I'll be covering during the class. The main thing is I cover from the engine perspective. You understand how each and every keyword is getting executed. Okay, that's the main benefit, and that will help you to write complex queries down the line. Okay. Shivi Srivastava is asking about materialized views. Sorry, we don't cover views here. That is a part of PL SQL batch, Shivi Srivastava. Sorry, I strictly follow this agenda. That is why I've clearly mentioned it here. Follow this agenda. And feel free to ask question, guys, instead of writing on the chat box. You can ask the question. Okay. So shall I proceed further? Okay. Now what I was telling you here. Okay, yeah. So here we have an employee table, and these are the columns, and these are the records. I have shown you the sample. Do you have any question from here till here? Any question, anyone? I know this is very basic, very simple, but because you start the course from scratch, and I know maybe we have very few participants of non-technical background. No questions? Hope I am audible. Can anyone please confirm? I'm not sure
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
talking to
Yes,
myself.
sir.
Audible, okay, fine.
Yes.
So this is a table. The name of the table is employee, and these are the columns: ID, name, department, salary. You can create a table with any name and with any number of columns. It is recommended to keep less number of columns in a table. Down the line, I will tell you that why I'm telling that you should have less number of columns in a table, how it impacts the performance and all this stuff. Okay. Oh, one more thing I want to explain here. Like I have some particular format how I teach. This format which I'm showing, this is from the December batch. Okay. I used to mention the topics which I have covered and which is in the scope. Suppose if today, maybe suppose if I'm teaching you group by and order by, and suppose during this you have a question from and operator. So in that case, I will not be covering this and, because what happens? So when I will jump from group by order by to and, those who are very new to SQL, they will get confused that what happens suddenly Tanvir jump from here to here, and they will be confused. So I follow a strict pattern. If I'm teaching group by order by, you should ask questions from this only. Once the class is over, the class timing is 8 to 10 a.m. IST. At 10 a.m. class will be over. I will tell you that yes, now we're done for the class. After that, you are free. You can ask any question from anywhere. Maybe if I'm teaching group by order by, you have question from joins, you can ask them. Okay, or you have question from set operator, you can ask them. We will not stop you. But during the course, in order to follow this format and not to confuse others, we don't allow participants to jump to any other topic and to ask questions from that. We're very sorry for that. But once the class is over, you can ask questions from anywhere. Okay. Okay. So now this is the platform where we'll be practicing. But again, I'm repeating, few of you have joined late. We practice on the Oracle platform and Microsoft SQL Server platform, but you guys are free. You can practice on any other platform. I know few of you might be using Postgres in your project. So you might be thinking that Tanvir is teaching on Oracle, but in my project, we are working on Postgres. So whether that will be helpful or not. Sorry. So again, I will repeat. See, once you will learn SQL, okay, SQL is same on all the platforms. It is exactly like if you know how to write a car, you can write a Tata company car. You can write a any other car, right? I will keep everyone muted. You can write a Hyundai car, or you can write a Maruti car, or any other car. That's not a problem. Similarly, if you know SQL, if you know each and every keyword, how it is, what is the functionality of each and every keyword, You can practice that on any database. Okay. There will be 0.5 to 1% syntax variation will be there. That will tell you during the course. Don't worry about that. So you have to click on this Oracle Life SQL. So when you're starting this for the first time, okay. When you're starting this for the first time, you click on the Oracle Life SQL, click on Start Coding Now. Very simple. Okay. We have many other platform as well, like SQLite is there, and W3 schools, they also provide coding platform. The Tutors Point, they also have coding platform. SQL Fiddle is also there. We have explored all those platforms, but they all have certain limitations. Like in few of the platforms, you will see full join doesn't works. In few of the platforms, set operator doesn't works. So that is why net we have selected this. And for the long time, we are teaching on this platform only. So for the first time when you are using this, you have to click on Oracle Life SQL, start coding now. You will get this page and then click on create account. Once you will click on create account, it will ask the basic details about you, your name, your company name, and all this stuff. So if you want, you can keep the dummy values there. They are not going to validate those data, but your Gmail ID must be the correct one, because they will be sending you a link in the Gmail ID. And once you click on the link, you have to set the password and you are ready. Now you can use your username, whatever you have, and then you can log in here. Hope this process is simple. Hope you understood this. Here you don't have to install anything, and even if you're working in your official laptop, you can do this. Okay. So we recommend our participants to practice on this platform. Any questions so far? No? Okay. Now, the bad thing about this platform is if you keep it idle for more than 10 to 15 minutes, it will log out automatically. That is one of the bad thing about this platform. Okay, now this is the platform, very simple. Here you have to start coding. Now, I have created a table here, employee table, right? So whenever you want to create a table, you have to write create. Hope my screen is visible clearly, or you want me to zoom this?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you have to write create table employee. So when you will write create, the SQL engine will understand that user wants to create something. Okay, then you have to write the table. So from this engine will understand that user wants to create a table. Okay, tell me one thing, why I'm creating a table here? What is the need?
To store the table?
To store the data.
Yep.
Right. Why we construct house? Because we want to stay there, we want to live there, right? Similarly, we are creating table because first of all we have to store the data. So that is why we create table. So the syntax is create table. The moment you will write create table, your SQL engine will understand that user wants to create a table. Then you have to write the name of the table. So here I have written EMP. You can write full employee as well, your wish. Or let me write it employee. So here I'm creating a table with the name employee. Now there are two types of keywords. One is reserved keywords, and the other is user defined keywords. I will tell you what is this. And this, if you have studied other programming languages like Java, C, Python, there also they have this concept. Reserved keywords are those keywords which SQL engine has a specific meaning. They know what to do, like create. This is a reserved keywords. Why? Because the moment you will write create, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, what I have to do. Okay. Similarly, table. Table is a reserved keyword. SQL engine will understand that, oh, I have to create a table. But employee is a user defined keyword. Why? Because this is the name of a table. The user means you and me. We have all the freedom to create a table with any name. There are limitations, restrictions that I will teach you down the line. So far, is it clear? Any question? No.
Just out of the context, is defined as also a reserved keyword? Just guessing because it's highlighting in red. Is it?
Define, no. Don't go with this color format. Okay, this is just a dummy format. This black and red, everything, consider them as a one only. Okay, so don't consider this coloring. But yes, when you will work on, because this is the open source platform. Okay, when you are working in your official laptop, means in the office you have the licensed version, right? So there generally the coloring format, if that is a blue color or some other color, that will be the reserved keywords. But again, I will tell you, don't consider it. Okay, that again, sometimes there can be some dummy values there. So that's why I don't recommend you to go with the colors. Okay, these all are dummy colors here, red color or black color, these are dummy colors. Okay, so fine. Here in line number 1, I have told SQL engine that I want to create a table with the name employee. Okay, so when you're constructing your house, so first of all you will plan that, okay, I want a house in 2000 square feet or 1000 square feet or whatever it may be. Then you will design it. Design means you will plan how many rooms should be there, the balcony, lobby, and many other steps, dining room and all this stuff, right? So similarly, when you're creating a table, you have mentioned the name. The next thing is you have to tell the SQL engine that what all columns you want. So here you want ID column, then you want name column, then I think I have written salary, and I've written department, and then salary. So after this, you have to write the columns which you want to create in this employee table: ID, name, department, salary. Is this clear? Suppose if you have one more column, just give comma and then write age. Maybe if you want to add a age column as well, you can give comma then write age. Suppose if you want to add designation column as well, give comma and then write designation. But for our use case, we have just ID, name, department, and salary. I will keep those columns only. Hope it is clear so far. Any question?
Uppercase we have to write it, or it is
No, you can write this in any case, uppercase, lowercase, proper case. That is not. It doesn't make any sense here. But I will teach you down the line where SQL is case sensitive, where SQL is not case sensitive. But here you can write this in any case, your wish. Maybe suppose here this ID, if you want, I can write this in lowercase as well. They are all one and the same. I will teach you down the line where SQL is case sensitive, where you have to be alert with the case. But here in the table name, the column name, it is not case sensitive. Your wish, you can write this in any case. Hope it is clear.
okay. Yes, clear.
Okay. Now the next is when you have created this employee table and you have mentioned the column as well, what all you want in this table. After that, you have to inform to the SQL engine the nature of data, the type of data which you want to store here. I will tell you down the line that why we have to inform to the SQL engine the type of data or what you want to store. But you have to inform them while creating the table. So in ID column, I will be storing numbers or integers, right? So you have to write int. Int means integer. It means you are telling to SQL engine that in the ID column, I'll be storing numbers or integers. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Okay.
Now, name column will be having characters, A, B, C, D, and all those things. So whenever you want to store anything characters, you have to write varchar 50. Hi, I know you'll be having question that what is this varchar? Why you have written 50? I have not heard about varchar. I have heard about char. I have heard about varchar 2. All those things we will answer after some time. Because in a separate in a separate session, we will teach you about data type. These all are the concepts of data type. We will teach you in detail what is varchar, what's the benefit of it, what's the limitation of it, why I have given 50, what will happen if I will keep, instead of 50, if I will keep 1 here, what will happen if I will keep 1000 here. All those things we will discuss down the line. So for the time being, whenever in a column you want to store characters A, B, C, D, and all those things, you have to mention it as a varchar 50 so that your engine will be well informed that what type of data this will be storing. Okay. Now you guys tell me in department what should I put, int or varchar 50?
Varchar 50.
Varchar 50. Okay. Now this department I have written all in uppercase. Can I write it like this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can write it like this as well, your wish. So this column name is not case sensitive, your wish. Whatever way you want, you can write it. Okay, salary. What should be the data type of salary?
Integer.
Integer, int. I know those who already know this concept, you must be thinking that earlier I have used number, but Tanvir is telling integers. So that's why again I'm repeating. I'm not teaching a data type now. I'm just telling what is required for the time being. In a separate class of data type, I will tell you where to use integer, where to use number, where to use float, where to use char, where to use varchar, where to use varchar2, everything. Okay. So this is done. And then at the last, put this colon. Okay, semicolon. I'll request you guys to please go on mute. I'm hearing some background noises there. Okay, thank you. So once you're not speaking, please go on mute. Okay. Someone has messaged. Let me check what is the message. Clear sometime you select a star. Select a star and all those things will cover Suman. Okay, that will come after this. Don't worry, this is totally from scratch. I've clearly mentioned all my batches are from scratch. No prerequisite is needed. Okay, we will tell you where to use a star, where to write select and all those things. So far, any question? In line number 1, do you have any question? Feel free to ask question. Don't feel shy. Whether your question is silly or brilliant or intelligent, whatever is there, you should ask. Is it fine? Shall I proceed further?
Oh, 1 second, Tanvir. Actually, for the data types, whether it's a case sensitive or else we
No.
can use it.
Here, whatever I have shown, nothing is case sensitive. In this entire line number 1, nothing is case sensitive. You can write this varchar all in uppercase as well, your wish. Here, nothing is case sensitive.
Okay.
Hope it is clear.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Sorry, my question is, if we have, I mean, for any variables, if we want to add numeric values and alphabetical values, so what data type we use?
Alphanumeric you are telling, right?
Yeah.
For that, again, you have to use varchar 50. Okay. I will show you examples for alphanumeric as well. But to quickly answer your question, you have to use varchar 50. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. So this line number 1 here, what I have done, net. Here I have written create table. Create table is a reserved keyword. Engine knows what to do. When you will write create table, engine will understand that, okay, I have to create a table. Then you have to mention the name of the table. Here I have mentioned employee. It means I want to create a table with the name employee. After that, you have to mention the columns. Here I want to create this table employee with the column name ID, name, department, and salary. Here I have only 4 columns, but you can create a table with n number of columns, 10 columns, 20 columns, 50 columns, 100 columns. There is no limitation, no restriction on that. Then once you have mentioned the column names, this all, nothing here is case sensitive. You can write this in lower case, uppercase, mixed case, camel case, proper case, your wish. So far, whatever I've taught, nothing is case sensitive. When the SQL will be case sensitive, that aspects I will tell you, and how to handle it, that also we will discuss. So when a column will hold numbers or integers, you have to write int. And if you think a column will hold characters, you have to write varchar 50. Clear? Once you have written this script, just select it. You see, I have selected this, and you can see this run button. Hope it is visible to everyone. So you have to click on this run button. This is the output console. Here you see the engine is telling table is created. It means SQL engine is telling you that Tanvir, we have created the table. Okay. Now, suppose we want to cross check. We want to verify whether the table is created correctly or not. So whenever you want to cross check whether the table is created correctly or not, you have to write this command DESC employee. DESC employee means DESC means describe. Okay. DESC it means describe. So when you are writing DESC, engine will understand that the user is asking me to describe the employee table. Okay. So let me run this. So now see this output. Engine is showing you that table. The table name is employee. Here you might be thinking that when you have created this table, you have given this employee in lowercase, why it is coming here in uppercase. So your table name, your column name, always it will display in uppercase only. So don't get confused with that. Clear? In this employee table, you have ID, name, department, and salary as a column. Please check here. Columns are ID, name, department, and salary. A spelling should also be exactly same. Then the next is null. I will explain this null after some time. You can ignore it for the time being. Then the next is type. Type ID is a number. You might be thinking that Tanvir has mentioned int here, but why it is showing as a number? They both are same. You can write int or you can write number, anyone. But I will recommend you during the course we will write int here. But if you are thinking that no, Tanvir, I want to write number, you can write number as well. Your wish. Hope it is clear. In name, you might be thinking that Tanvir has written varchar, but why engine has displayed here varchar2? Because now Oracle has, it's a big story actually. So Oracle is decommissioning this varchar data type now. They are using varchar2. So even if you will write varchar, they will internally convert that and they will display this as a varchar2. Then you might be thinking that Tanvir, then why you have not written here varchar2? The reason why I'm not written varchar2 is if you are practicing on other database, maybe SQL Server or any other database, they don't accept varchar2. That is why we have written here varchar. It will be applicable on all the databases. Varchar2 works only on Oracle. You might be thinking, what is the difference? That will tell you down the line. Hope it is clear. Any question?
Hi, Tanvir.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the difference between varchar and nvarchar, and why we are using nvarchar?
That's what when I will cover the data type class, I will tell you in detail about that. In varchar, varchar2, char, int, number, float, everything we'll discuss it there.
Nvarchar and varchar.
Okay.
Okay.
We will discuss it. We have a separate session for data type. Otherwise, we'll deviate from the topic and we'll enter the data type class. So in that class, we will discuss in detail about varchar, in varchar, where to use all those data types. I mentioned in the beginning itself. Okay. Any other question? So far, is it clear, guys? Do you have any questions so far? Or anyone who wants me to repeat anything?
No, Tanvir, it's clear.
No? Okay. So net, so far we have created a table employee and we have ID, name, department and salary, 4 columns. And I've shown you that the table has been created successfully. Everything is there. What next? You have created a table. What next? What you will do after this?
Input the values.
Correct. We will insert data right now. You have constructed a house. What next? You will stay there, right? So we have created this table. The next is to insert data into this. So when you want to insert data, the syntax is you have to write insert. This insert is again a reserved keyword. When you will write insert, your engine will understand that, oh, user wants to insert something. So what? So you have to write insert into employee values. So it means user wants to insert some values into the employee table. Okay, this is the meaning of this line. Then the engine will ask you that Tanvir, what values you want to insert. So I will tell the ID is 1 and name is, maybe I'm not sure what I have written there, Rajesh. Department is tech. Salaries 100. I'm taking some dummy values here. Okay. So I've given this value ID 1, name is Rajesh, and department is tech, salary is 100. And you have to separate it by comma. You can see I've written comma here. Once you are done, give this semicolon at the last, select this query and run it. Okay, you can see it is showing here one row is inserted. It means engine has inserted this record in the table. Is it clear? Do you have any question? Any question? No.
So for
Okay.
characters, it should be in quotes, right?
That I will tell you. That I will tell you.
Okay.
That I will tell you.
for
So
float
far I have shown
values,
you.
we have to take in
That I will explain.
Okay.
I will come to that. Just give me some time. Okay. So here I have shown you a very simple example. You see again this create table which I have shown. This is a very simple format that how to create a table. You might be thinking, those who already know SQL, you might be thinking that Tanvir, I want to add primary key. I want to add foreign key constraint. I want to add check constraint. Those are all things we will discuss down the line. So here I have shown you how to create a table, how to insert data in this table. Now the next question is that how we can verify it, the data has been inserted. So whenever you want to check data in a table, you have to write select. The moment you will write select, select is also a reserved keyword. It means engine knows what to do. So when you will write select, engine will understand that, oh, user is asking some data from me. So if you write star means you are telling SQL engine to display all the columns from the table. Then engine will ask you from which table you want data. So I will tell from employee table. So the meaning of this query is I'm telling SQL engine that SQL select, it means display a star. A star means all the columns, ID, name, department, and salary. From where? From the employee table. So when I will run this, check the output. You're getting this ID 1, name is Rajesh, department is tech, salary is 100. So here successfully we have created a table, we have inserted a data, and we have verified that yes, data has been inserted successfully. Now you can ask question what you have. Question please. No questions? Okay. You might be thinking here that this Rajesh Tanvir has kept within quotes, text Tanvir has kept within quotes. So yes, whenever you are inserting a value which is like this characters, we have the A, B, C, D and all those things. So you have to keep it within quotes. If it is numbers or integers, it is not mandatory to keep it within quotes. Hope it is clear. Any question? No? Okay. Now I want to insert one more record. 2. And suppose this is Suresh. Department is HR. Suppose salary is 200. For this case, what I will do, I will remove this quotes. Okay, now let's check it. It is throwing error message. Why?
Because
why it is throwing error message?
Because it is character or we have passed.
Could be HR not it within the course.
Character required.
Because HR is
actually
HR
we
is
are
not within
yeah,
quotes.
we are inserting HR as in row, right? But it is thinking that you are inserting a column, right? So column cannot be in quotes. That is the reason it is saying that this is not column. It is not allowed here. So we are inserting a row, basically the values. Right. So values
So net
should be.
story is whenever you want to insert a value which is in characters ABCD, it must be within quotes. Hope it is clear. So now if I will run this query, so you will get that to Suresh. One row is inserted. Now, if you want to cross verify whether it is inserted or not, so again, you have to run this query, select a star from employee, check it. See, successfully we have inserted 2 Suresh HR 200, 1 Rajesh Tech 100, 2 records we have inserted successfully in this table. Hope it is clear.
Yes, clear.
Now, if you want to insert, okay, good. Now, if you want to insert one more record, maybe suppose ID 3 and the name is Abdul, department is HR, this is 300. One row is inserted, again you can verify it. Hope it is clear. Hope it is clear. Any questions? No?
Yeah.
Okay, now here you can ask a question that then we'll find you are displaying ID, name, department, salary, all the columns, but I'm interested in ID only. I don't want to see name, department, salary. So what you have to do, you remove this star and here just write ID. So engine will understand that user wants ID only. Okay, so when you will execute it, it will show you ID only. See, it is showing you ID only. If your question is that no, I want ID and name both, only ID and name. So give comma and write ID comma name. It will display you ID and name both. Now see, it's showing you ID and name. If you want ID, name and salary, you're not interested in department, give comma, then write salary. We give you ID, name, salary. Hope it is clear. Any question?
Yeah, Tanvir.
Yes or no? Yeah.
Why it is not in sequence 2, 1, 3? We have given
This
1, 2, 3,
sequence.
right?
Correct. You are right. Very good question. That Tanvir, first of all, you have inserted ID 1, then you inserted ID 2, then you have inserted ID 3. But why it is not in sequence? So there is no guarantee that when you will execute it, the output will be in sequence or not. But if your question is that no, I want to sort this in sequence, in ascending order or descending order, for that we have order by keyword. I will teach you that after this, and then we will discuss it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. Any other question?
Tanvir, can you add the
null
records in this table?
Sorry, can you add what you asked?
Null records.
Null, I will tell you after some time. Null, blank, zero, difference between them. That is the in my agenda. Difference between zero, blank, and null. We'll discuss it after some time. Okay, fine.
Is it mandatory to have semicolons after the SQL query in Oracle?
No, it is not mandatory. Even if I will remove the semicolon, this query will work. But most of the databases, no, they will say it is mandatory. That is why we recommend our participants to make it a habit. Always keep semicolon at the last. Okay. Fine. Okay, the null, someone who has asked about null, no, you can do one thing. You can stay in the call after the class. I will show you the example of nulls and how it behaves. Okay, but right now I have to follow this format. I'm very sorry. But you can please stay on call. We'll discuss about the null part. I will show you a few examples for null as well. Okay.
Tanvir, I have one more doubt.
Yeah, please tell me.
What is the difference between this Excel and SQL? Because in Excel, we can directly enter all these things, right? ID, name, and salary. But in your SQL, you're typing this all these codes and all. the time will be, it is easy in Excel only. No? We
Correct,
can enter
correct,
directly. Why you are using it?
correct. Correct. Good question. That in Excel we can do it and it will take less amount of time. You are correct.
Yeah.
There are few limitations for Excel. Like Excel, you can store, I think, maximum 1 million records, right? I'm not sure that currently if they have to increase that, but till the time I have worked on Excel, the maximum was 1 million. But in database, you can store 20 million, 30 million, 40 million records. Okay, first thing. Second thing is, after storing data, okay, suppose if your management will tell you that, okay, please show me the data of 2022 quarter two profit and how much the profit has increased from quarter one. What is the percentage increase in that? So quickly you can write a query and you can fetch the data. But if you do the same thing in Excel, it will take some good amount of time. Correct. So these are the few reasons that we go for SQL. Means we go for SQL and not for Excel. But your concern is valid that Tanvir, here you are inserting 3 records. So you have written 3 scripts. In my project, I have 10,000 records. So do you think I will write all these 10,000 scripts? No, you don't have to write it. And in your interview will never ask you a question about insert. Why? Because your data will be in an Excel sheet. Now you have a concept of loader. So each and every database, they have loaders. So directly you can fetch data from Excel and it will be loaded in the table. You don't have to write this script. Okay. I'm just telling you that this is the basic format. If manually sometime if you want to insert data, you have to do this. But generally, when the data engineers, they are creating pipelines now, they have a loader. They will run the loader. It will automatically fetch data from Excel sheet and it will load data in your database. You don't have to do it manually. Otherwise, it will be. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here I have shown you that you can get all the columns in one go, or you can select few columns and you can display that. Now suppose the question is that Tanvir, I want ID, name and salary and department as well. Let me show you this. ID, name, salary, department, ID, name, salary. 1 minute, it is taking time. Salary department. Tell me one thing. When I've created this employee table, I have kept ID first, then name, then department at the last salary. But why salary is displayed here at the second last? Here it was at the last I kept it. But why is at the second last getting displayed here? What is the reason? Can you think and tell me, guys?
Because in the line number 6, we have mentioned that particular order in which we want the data to come out.
Correct. Because here in line number 6, I have mentioned this salary at the 3rd position. So engine will take this position. If I will keep this salary at the last here, it will display salary at the last. It will not take this position. See, if I will keep department here first, I'll remove department from here. It will display department first. You have department, then you have ID, then you have ID, then name, then salary, because engine is following this format: department, ID, name, and salary. Hope it is clear. Fine. Here now, suppose my management is telling that Tanvir, I want to see the data of only those employees who are from HR department. Okay. So it means you have to you have to apply some filter. Correct? No? You have to apply some filter. Like similarly, suppose if I want to purchase some air conditioner. So what I will do? I will go to some e-commerce site, Amazon or Flipkart, and there I will apply the filter conditions. First of all, I will select I want the split AC or window AC. Then next, what is the ton, 1.5 ton, 2 ton, and then brand and all those things. Similarly, in SQL, you have a concept of filter. Here the filter is where. When you will write where, engine will understand that user wants to give some filter. So here I want to give filter. I want to apply filter on which column? Department column. Which department? HR. So I will write HR here. So let me execute this. Let me do one thing. I'm getting HR here. Is this clear? Do you have any question? I think you should be having question. Please ask. No questions. I'm surprised.
Can I use the Tanvir department in
Ah.
HR? Then it will also work, na?
Sorry.
Where department in HR without any.
In I have not. In I have not taught now. I will come to that in after some time.
Okay.
Okay.
Tanvir,
So
I have a. Oh, sorry. Go
Ah.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please
Here
continue.
it is case sensitive.
yeah, it is case sensitive.
Good. That is what I'm coming to this. Here you can ask question that Tanvir, you're told that the management is interested in all the employees who are from HR department. So Abdul is also from HR department, but why its information is not coming in the output, right? Now let's try to understand it. It's a very good use case. 1 minute, I will explain you that. One minute. So this is my employee table. I will tell you that how engine executes it internally. That is very important. So this is our employee table. And this is the query. So let's try to understand how engine executes when you're running this query. This is the query which we are trying to execute. First of all, when you execute a query, first of all, engine will execute the from keyword. You might be surprised, I know. You might be thinking that Tanvir, you're writing query from is select, you started from select. Then how you think engine will start with from? Yes, it works like that only. Engine will start, first of all, the from keyword. Since from you have written employee, it means you are telling SQL engine that you want some data from the employee table. So your SQL engine will search the employee table in the entire database and it will make a copy of it. Is it clear so far? In the temporary memory, it will make a copy of it. Fine. So first of all, in the order of execution, you will execute from keyword. After from, your engine will execute where. After from, you have joins, on, where, group by, having. I am not covering all those things right now. Whatever is present in this query, I am showing you that format. After from, where keyword will be executed. So from is done. Let me change the color of this. Then where will be executed. When you are executing where clause, where keyword. So where keyword means filter. So engine will understand that, oh, user is asking me to apply some filter. On which column? On which column you're asking to apply filter?
Department.
Department column. So engine will concentrate on this department column. It will focus on this department column and it will check for this value HR. Do you think this HR is same as this HR? Yes, it is same. So it will mark it. That is same. Is this same as this? No, this is HR, this is check. So this will be rejected. Now tell me this one. Is this same as this?
No.
No, it is not same. Because this is uppercase HR, this is lowercase HR. We all know when we are entering the password, you all know that the password is case sensitive, right? So uppercase HR, lowercase HR are different. That is why engine is case sensitive with data. These all are data. 2, 1, 3, Suresh, Rajesh, Abdul, these all are data. These all are case sensitive. Your table name, your column name are not case sensitive. You can write this in lowercase, uppercase, your wish. But this data is case sensitive. You have written here department HR. HR is present here, but this is in lowercase, but the engine will not display this to you. Okay. So this will also be rejected. So far clear? So from task is also done. After from, engine will go to the select clause. Select clause is like your dining table, means what all you want to serve. So in select clause, you have mentioned that you want to serve department. So engine will copy department from here. Then what you want to serve? You want to display ID. It will copy ID from here. Then what you want to name? It will copy name from here. Then what you want to display? Salary. It will copy salary from here. Then which record you have finally selected? This record you have finally selected. It will copy the values from here. This is the department. This is the ID. This is the name. And this is the salary. So that is why now you can cross verify this. You're getting these values here. Please verify as is the same values. Are these the same value? Right? So this is how your engine executes your query. Is it clear? Do you have any question?
Clear.
So what if we are not selecting the department? So still we will be getting the row,
Good
right?
question. Good question. The question is that when we're fine, I don't want to display department because I know that I'm fetching this for department HR. I don't want to display department. Is that your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, Tanvir. Yes, sir.
Correct. Okay, good question. We'll discuss it. Before executing, I will tell you one thing. Whenever you're learning SQL, okay, from any platform, so try to understand it from engine. Don't run the query. First of all, think internally that how engine is executing it. So I will not run this query now. We will try to analyze it on our own first of all. So the question is, Tanvir, if I will execute this query, it means I don't want to display department, but I want to apply filter department here. Then how the query will behave? Okay, let's try to understand. In this query, which keyword will be executed first?
From.
Very good. First of all, from keyword will be executed. So your engine will take a copy of the employee table and will keep it in the temporary memory. So I am taking copy of it. I kept it in the temporary memory. So the from part is done. Then what next after from?
Where?
Where. Engine will execute the where keyword. Where is a filter in the SQL world. So when you will write where condition, SQL engine will automatically understand that oh, user wants to apply some filter. On which column you want to apply filter?
Department.
Yeah.
Department. So engine will focus on this column. Okay. Okay. What value you want? HR. So is this same as this HR? Yes, it is same. So let me select this. This is different. So this will be rejected. This is also different. This is lowercase HR. This is uppercase HR. Data is case sensitive in SQL. They both are different. So this will also be rejected. Okay. So this is also done. After this, which keyword you will execute? Select. Right?
Select.
I told you, select is like your dining table. It means whatever you want to display, you can display here. Dining table, why I'm telling, like when you will go to a restaurant, right? So in the kitchen, they have a lot of items, but on your table, they will serve what you want. So similarly, in your table, you can have a lot of columns, but in select, engine will display what you want. So here, what do you want? Sorry, here you want ID. So it will select ID. Then what you want? Name. It will select this name. Then what you want? Salary. It will select this salary. That's all. So this should be the output. Let me write and please verify this. Now you execute and check it. Are you getting the same output?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So always try to analyze first of all on your own that okay, how engine might be executing it. Then run the query, and then when you will cross check it, it will give you another level of confidence. You will understand that oh, how engine is executing it. Actually more interesting. Hope it is clear. Any question? Any question, guys? So
yeah, Tanvir, I have a question from the insert statement. Can you go back to that page, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So the order in which we are inserting is same as the columns which we have put.
Good
Can we tweak it?
Good question. Very good question. That Tanvir, here the sequence, how you have entered the values, does that matter? That is a question, right? Correct.
Correct.
That's what you're asking. No? Okay, fine. Let me do one thing. I want to insert a new employee whose name is Tom, and his ID is 4, and maybe the department is HR, and salary is, I'm taking a random number, 250. Okay, fine. This is what you're telling, correct?
Yes.
Now, if I will not run this now. Let's first of all analyze it. If I'm executing this query, it means I'm telling ID is Tom, name is 4, department is HR, salary is 250. Now let me run this. Check the output. What is the output? It is throwing error message, right? I want you guys to think and tell me. I'm not giving you the exact answer. Whatever is coming in your mind, share your thoughts that why it is throwing error message.
So integer will
Data
not
type.
accept the character.
Data type.
Yes, data type mismatch.
Okay. See, when you are inserting the value in an employee table, one thing which you have to be very careful is the sequence matters here. What I told? Sequence matters here. If you're writing Tom here, you know that the name is Tom, but engine doesn't know that. Engine is taking this sequence. Engine will consider that, okay, ID is Tom, but now ID you have mentioned as int, integer. Now that engine is confused that Tanveer has mentioned that ID will take integer only, then why he has given this characters or strings? It is confused. That is why it is throwing error message. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this clear, or you want me to repeat? Please tell me.
Clear, sir.
It's clear. Yep.
Clear. So net what we understood, the sequence of values how you are inserting, that matters. You have to be very careful. Okay, now I will show you one more example for this. I want you guys to think and tell me. But from this you will not get any questions in the interviews. Okay, well, this is insert part. They generally don't ask questions from this, but that's fine. You should have knowledge of this. That is always good. Tell me, for this scenario, if I'm executing this query, ID is 4, name and name column I have put HR, and department I have put Tom. I swap the name and department, salary 250. If I will execute this script, then what will happen?
Yeah, it will get executed.
It will accept.
It will accept.
Why it will accept, although the sequence is not correct? Why?
Actually, data type is we can enter a character.
Because data type is the same, even though we are not giving that in order.
Correct. Because engine will check here that in the second place user has mentioned HR, right? And this HR means in the place of name I'm trying to put, and the name column can accept varchar 50. So this is like varchar data I'm putting here, character. Similarly, department is varchar 50, and like I have to keep any characters, I've kept characters within quotes. Okay, so when I will execute it, this data will be inserted, but functionally this is not correct data. So that is why you have to understand in SQL, where technically many times SQL will be correct, but functionally it will be incorrect. Many times functionally it will be correct, but technically incorrect. So you have to understand both the things. Now see, record is inserted, and when I will show you this this data in the employee table, please verify this. See, name is HR, department is Tom. So functionally this is incorrect data. Name was Tom, department was HR, but sequence you have changed, so that is why engine has taken in that particular format. So you have to be very careful while inserting, while loading the data. And this is the responsibility of data engineers when they are loading data, when they are creating data pipelines. Any question so far? Any other question, anyone?
No, sir.
Yes or no? No question. Okay. Just a minute. I'm writing some query. Please ignore this. Please ignore this query. I want to. What 1 minute? HR is there now. Oh, Tom, this is there. HR. I'm inserting one more record in this table. 4, and then you have Tom. You can run all the script as well in one go. Anyway, ignore all these things for the time being. I will explain. So now in the employee table, you have this records. Whatever I've done right now, please ignore all those things. Now this is the data in the employee table. Okay. Now coming back to our HR question. So here this is the data in our employee table. Now here the same question my management is asking me that Tanvir, I want to fetch or I want to display only those employees who are from the HR department. Okay. So for that, I have executed this query. Where is that? Department is equal to HR, correct? Let me run this. This is the query. And this is the value. Let me keep a department as well so that you can check it. Now I have a question for you guys, and I want you to please think carefully, take your time and then answer. Don't be in a hurry. So in this query, I have written that I want the department HR. So why I have not got this record in the output? This is also HR. No, Tom is also from HR. Why this is not coming in the output?
Data isn't case sensitive.
Case sensitive.
Case sensitive.
Because data is case sensitive. Here I've written in uppercase HR. This is a proper case. First letter is uppercase and the next is lowercase. So we have not got this in the output. So hope this is clear to everyone so far. Then I will proceed further. Okay.
Yes.
So net what we understood, data is case sensitive. Engine will display only those records which you will write here. And you have to be very careful with the case here. I have displayed this value to my management, to my manager maybe. I told to my manager that, sir, Suresh is from HR. His ID is 2, salary is 200. My manager told that, Tanvir, no, this value what you're showing is not correct. Now this all things will happen in your project. So try to understand very carefully. Your manager or stakeholders will tell you that, no, this is not the correct information you're displaying, Tanvir, because I know there are few other employees who are from HR department, not only Suresh. Why you're not displaying those information? I told that, yes, sir, you are correct. Abdul and Tom are also from HR, but we are not able to display them because the case in which they have been stored in the database is different. SQL is case sensitive with data. So that is why we cannot display that. Is this correct explanation I given to my manager?
No.
No, sir.
Why?
He doesn't bother about it, right? He needs whatever he told.
Yeah, means like
That
they
is
will
fine.
not understand
That is
about
fine.
the case sensitivity.
That is fine. They will not understand all these things, but this is the reason. Technical reason you have to
They
give
might
that
also
only, right?
question the integrity of the data in the table also.
That is fine. So net I have given this explanation that, sir, because SQL is case sensitive with data, and that is why we are unable to find. That is the reason. No, because of that, this Abdul and Tom is not displayed, right? I told this to my manager that, sir, Abdul and Tom, they are from HR only, but the data is stored in some other case. That is why, sorry, I'm unable to display. Generally, what happens, your business stakeholders, it means to whom you're reporting, maybe your director, your senior manager, your product manager, or your portfolio manager, your fund manager, they will never bother with your technical limitations. Okay. They will tell you, sorry, I'm not bothered how your SQL works, whether it is case sensitive or not. That is your headache. I'm not concerned with that. I want all the employees who are from HR, whether it is in lowercase, uppercase, whatever case it may be, Tanvir, I'm not bothered to display all the employees who are from HR. So is the requirement clear, first of all?
Yes.
What my management is asking from me?
Yes.
I will repeat this. They are telling that, Tanvir, it is your headache that SQL is case sensitive with data. You are unable to find the lowercase HR and all this. That is your headache. I'm not bothered about that. That is why we have hired you. You are a technical person. You should know how to handle it. I want all the employees who are from HR department. Is the question clear? I'm repeating it. Is the question clear? Shall I proceed further?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, question is clear. So I told, okay, fine, sir. I will try to find some solution. Okay. Now listen very carefully. I know here you will get confused. So I have taken this query. Let me separate this query here. I have taken this query. One more thing I will tell you. Whenever you're writing SQL query, make it a habit. See, this is not a rule which I'm going to explain. This is a best habit. Always write whatever is there and select in one line, from in separate line, where in separate line. It is not mandatory. It is not a Python that everything you have to write in one line or you have to follow indentation and all this stuff. No, SQL will never bother you with all the silly things. It will just bother you with the logic. If you're smart in logic, you will be smart in SQL. Okay. So make it a habit of always writing SQL queries in this format. I'm again telling, sir, this is not a rule. You can write in one line as well. But here it will be easy to understand that and select what you have, from which table you have, what is the filter condition. Okay. Now here, what I have written here upper. Okay. Now I'm executing this query. I have written this query and then this is the output. Now, please check this output and tell me, is this what my management was asking from me? Is this a correct data?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Now we got all the employees who are from HR department. You all agree or not? If you don't agree, please challenge it. That's when we know this is not correct or whatever maybe you are thinking. You all agree? Sorry. Yes or no? Clear?
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
Tanvi, can we even go like keyword can we use in between so that
Like will not work here. I will tell you why. Down the line, I will come to that. Like, or maybe you can stay on the call. Once the class is over, I will tell you. But like operator will not work. Okay. Okay. So ignore the query part. Don't look at this query. What Tanvir has written. Why suddenly he has written upper? What is the functionality? Ignore all these things. So maybe let me change the color. Ignore this query. Are you convinced with this output? That is what my question is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is the output I have shown to my management. They told, yes, Tanvir, this is fine. This is correct. All the employees who are from HR, you have displayed it. Now let's try to understand exactly what has happened here. What magic this upper has created. This is very important. Now let's try to understand. Okay. Okay, let's analyze this query now. Which keyword will be executed first here?
From
Keyword. Very good. From keyword. Very good. From employee, your engine will take a copy of the employee table, right? Okay, I kept it here. It will take a copy of this. It has kept this in the temporary memory. From employee is done. Okay, fine. Next.
where?
Where clause. When the engine will come to this where clause, your engine will understand that, oh, I have to apply some filter condition, right? Where means filtered condition. No, your engine will understand that I have to apply some filter condition. Clear? Okay. After where, engine will look at this upper keyword. Listen very carefully. This is confusing concept. When an engine will come to this upper keyword, he will understand that, oh, user is asking me to convert some data in uppercase. The meaning of upper means you want to convert some data in uppercase. Okay. Then which data you want to convert in uppercase? The data which is present in the department table. So far, the one which is highlighted in red, the meaning of this is, see, I have not covered this is equal to HR. Don't read it. Okay, just whatever I'm telling, concentrate on that part. Where upper department means engine will understand that user is asking me to convert the values which is present in the department column to uppercase. So quickly your engine will convert all the values which is present in the department column to uppercase. Let me show you that. Please verify all these values are converted to uppercase or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
This tech converted to uppercase. This HR, this was already uppercase, so same. This converted to uppercase. This is also converted to uppercase. So upper department means to convert all the values of department column in uppercase. Engine has done this. And where engine is performing all this task?
The temporary memory.
In the temporary memory, you went to a restaurant. You told that I want chow mein or Manchurian, right? So they will not cook it at your dining table. They will cook it in the kitchen, right? Same thing, this temporary memory is the kitchen for the SQL engine. It will do all those things. So far, is it clear? Okay.
Hey Tanvir, I have one doubt.
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah. So can we use this upper function on values instead of doing on department? Can we use like upper of HR?
Upper of HR. I will show you that as well. Just give me some time. Okay. Let me complete this, and I will show you. But to quickly answer your question, yes, you can write upper of HR as well. That will also work. But that will not solve this question. You're asking, can I write upper of HR? Yes, you can write, but that will not solve this question. We can discuss it separately. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So where upper department, engine has converted the department column in uppercase, all the values is converted. After that, you have written equals HR. It means, now listen here very carefully. It means you are telling SQL engine that SQL convert the department in uppercase and then now try to find in this column, which one is same as this HR, So do you think this HR is the same as this? No, it is different. This will be rejected. Do you think this HR is same as this HR? Yes, it is same. So this will be selected. This HR is same as this HR? Yes, this will be selected. This HR is same as this HR? This will be selected. So far, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So far, is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Clear? Okay.
Tanvir, in that case, with the select query, it has created a temporary table in the memory. And when we use upper on department,
I have not moved to select now.
No, not select. I'm just saying that the from table, when it reads the from table, it creates a temporary table in memory.
Right.
And when it sees where upper department, it converts all the data of department into uppercase. So it will be doing in the same temporary table itself, right?
Temporary memory. These all things will happen in the temporary memory.
No, what I'm asking, it will not create a separate column.
No separate, nothing.
No, it will be doing in the separate in the same temporary table.
Correct. Yes. Once it will display this output, your engine will delete all these things. Whatever it has done in temporary memory, everything will be deleted. That I will tell you after some time. Okay. Hope I have answered your question. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And because of that, you might have heard about the query optimizer, query parser. You all know that we are optimizing the query, but I'm not sure how many of you know that internally engine also optimize the query. That is a query optimizer comes into picture. That's the longest story. If time permits, we'll discuss all these things. Okay. Okay. So far, is it clear to everyone? Shall I proceed further?
Sir, I have one small question over here.
Okay.
Sir, if we over here you have written in the where clause upper department, and even in HR also you have written that in the upper case. If we write that in the smaller case or in the proper case, will that
I
still
will
work,
come
right?
to that. We will discuss that. We'll discuss that. I will come to that.
Yes.
Okay. Now net we have selected these 3 records. Now this record is coming from which data? This record is coming from this data, correct? Similarly, this record is coming from this data. And this record is coming from this data, right? Clear? It means you have selected this record. It means you have selected this record. And it means you have selected this record. After this, your engine will go to the select clause, right? In select, you are telling you want ID. Okay, fine. Name. Sorry. ID, name, salary, and department. Correct. Okay. Now, what is ID? This is ID and name. Fine. Salary is this. It will copy from here. Department is this. It will copy from here. Now, please check. Is this output same as this output? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is how internally your engine executes this query when you're writing upper. And now you can ask question, whatever you have. Please go ahead and ask questions. Someone was asking that if I will write this HR in lowercase, I think. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, what was the question? Can you please repeat? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it was the same.
Okay, good question. Okay. So the question is that Tanveer, if I will write this HR in lowercase, this one you are telling no, then what will happen, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Not execute this query. First of all, let's analyze it. Okay, fine. So this is the query if I'm executing. Which keyword will be executed first? From employee, right? So your engine will take a copy of the employee table. Okay. Then what next? Then where upper department. Then where upper department, it will convert the values in the uppercase. Guys, please go on mute, those not speaking. So here everything will be converted in uppercase. All the department is converted in uppercase. So far clear? Okay. Now you are telling I want to search lowercase HR. You want to search for lowercase HR. In which column? In this column. Okay. Is this lowercase HR same as this text? No, it is different. This record will be rejected. Okay. Is this lowercase HR same as this uppercase HR? Do you think is it same?
No.
No.
No. Okay. This is also rejected. Is this same as this? No. This is also rejected.
Got it.
Is this same as this? No. This is also rejected. Have you selected any record from here?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Now engine will go to the select clause. You're asking engine to display ID, name, salary, department. ID, name, salary, department. Have you selected any record?
No.
No. So the output will be no data. Correct? Let me execute it. Let me check what engine is giving. No data found. Is that clear?
Correct. Yes, got it, sir.
Is this clear to everyone? This was a good question you have asked. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
Anyway, can you execute why it's showing no data? I don't understand.
Oh, okay. I will repeat this. I forgot the name. Someone asked that Tanvir, here you have written upper department is equal to HR. You got the output. But then he asked that no, I want to write this HR in lowercase. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what we was
actually,
discussing. That okay, what
it's
will
me,
happen?
can be, but I got my answer.
Oh, okay. You got your answer now. Okay. So
Yeah.
I will repeat this. So here, what will happen? From employee will be executed first. So we have taken a copy of it. After from employee, where keyword, where upper department.
Can be
So all the
one more
department
doubt.
we have converted. Let me complete. Please let me complete this. Then you can ask. Then where upper department, all the department is converted in uppercase. Then you are trying to match this with lowercase HR. So do you have any lowercase HR here? No. That is why there is no data found in the output. Is this clear? First of all, I will take a pause here. Is this clear to everyone? Then I will proceed further.
Yeah, now good.
Clear? 1 minute. Hold on, everyone.
Yeah.
Please don't ask any question now. 1 minute. Tell me one thing. If I will write this one, then what will be the output?
I think no data.
records.
Again, it will give
No data
no
found.
data found.
No data found. Why? Because you have converted everything in uppercase. Now you're
Yes.
trying to search with this one. So how you can get the data? No data found. Let's
Yeah.
check it. No data found.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that's why in ready-made terms, you will learn it somewhere. People will tell you that whenever you're writing upper, you have to write this in uppercase. That is a ready-made concepts you will learn online. So, but you should know the reason that why if it is upper, I have to write this in uppercase. If I will write in lowercase, so what will happen? Why it will give you no data font? Those all things are very important.
If I define lower and type
I will come to
small
that lower.
and smaller.
I will come to that lower. We'll discuss that lower part. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Any other question, anyone?
Can I define two
Yes,
values? Can I define two values is equal to HR?
You can define two values. When I will teach you in part, then you can do that as well.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Tanvir,
In
and
keyword,
this
I have
logic
not taught
works
now.
for all the databases, or is it for only Oracle?
All the database. All the database it will work. Nearly all the databases it works here. Okay. Similarly, you have lower, but that we will discuss tomorrow. We are almost on time. But now you can ask any question, guys. You are free. Or in general, you can ask. This is all for today, guys. I've just given a demo that how I teach and how this operand works. So how engine executes the query. Okay. And hope I have told you the format how I teach. So if you have any other question, you can please ask now.
Tanvir, what about the notes that you mentioned? How, I mean,
You see what will happen? This class is over. So these all notes, whatever I have done, we will share this with you. And then this workbook, no, this workbook on a daily basis, we used to mention the date. Today, 7 January. I given 7 January. Similarly, for other batches, we will find every date. So we will share this workbook to you, and then we will share the recording, and then the assignment will be in this format. This will be shared to you. 4 documents will be shared to you on a daily basis.
okay. And will there be any theoretical notes for this?
No, that is what. Sorry, we don't share any theoretical notes. Earlier we used to share that, but then we discovered that, see, we net our main aim is you guys to work on hands-on. That is our main intention, because SQL is not about notes, guys. This is all about hands-on. That is why all our
from where I come, so let's the way you describe the behavior of SQL, the select this whole query, which part executes first, what is happening. I was asking about that part in terms of theory.
Actually, what will happen? No, this we will discuss n number of times during the class. So automatically within 1 week, it will be like it will be by hearted to you. You don't have to write notes, nothing like that. Okay, that is almost my challenge. With each and every keyword, each and every query, what we'll be studying down the line, it is like this only. We will teach you joins, window functions, set operators, whatever it may be. We will show you how engine executes it. Okay. So you don't have to bother about that, about the notes. And if you're interested, Many times my participants, they used to create their own notes. You can create that, that's not a problem. But we are very sorry, we don't provide any notes because we want to keep it totally practical session, hands-on only.
Yeah, totally.
And Tanvir,
Any
actually,
other question?
yes, Tanvir. So I'm completely from the non-technical background. So when I
Okay.
complete this course, so will I be eligible for the data engineer on another role or business analyst role, which you mentioned earlier in this class?
If you are, you see, if you are listening to my lecture regularly, if you're practicing on my assignment questions, it is sufficient from SQL perspective to crack data engineer, data analyst job profile, business analyst, all the data related job profile. That because we are teaching for a long time, and many of my participants, they have cracked the interview, they have 5 offers, 6 offers, 10 offers in hand, and very decent package. Okay, so that is why from SQL we take guarantee. Few of you are asking from where to practice the questions. We recommend first of all practice all my assignment questions. We will be having 200 to 250 assignment questions. Once your batch will be once it will get over, we will move you to the alumni group. We used to share questions there as well. Practice the questions which I have posted on my LinkedIn page. Those are the tough questions. If you have practiced all those things, I don't think you have to practice from anywhere else. That is open challenge I have. Because many of my questions which I have posted on LinkedIn, many other companies, they have asked those questions directly in their interview process. Okay, any other question do you have? Yeah, any other question, guys?
Tanvir, one more thing. Let's say if you want to appear for an interview, so by when with this course we should be prepared? I mean, we should be able to go with an interview.
See, a good question. I recommend that right now don't apply for any interview if you think. I'm not sure the level of you guys where you stand in SQL, but if someone is starting from scratch, I will recommend don't apply now. At least this course will go for next 2 months approx. Wait for 1 month. After that, you will start applying. Okay, because when you will start applying again, it will take 1 or 2 weeks, and then you will be in a position that you will be answering the SQL question. So wait for 1 month. Okay, let's have some strong foundation, and then you can apply. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope I answered your question.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine. Any other question anyone has before we close the session? No. Okay, fine then, guys. We'll stop here. We will share the recording, this notes and everything in that January group today. But those who have shown the interest and those who have moved to the target group, from tomorrow onwards, we will sharing all the meeting invites, everything in the target group only. Okay, so thanks all for your interest, and please stay in touch, irrespective of the matter you're joining the course or not. Stay in touch with us. If you're getting stuck, you can post your SQL question in the January group as well. Whenever I'll be getting time, I will address it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Thanks, Tanvir.